Want to give thanks to the great mother. Give all thanks and praises to the great mother of creation that created everything. She is the Almighty herself. Gives her everything, and all of the greatness that she provided. Want to give thanks to all the love that she had brought. Want to give thanks to everything she created. Want to give thanks and show love to everything that represents her. Dear Mother, I come to you to say, please protect all of those that are doing their best to strive for righteousness, striving for righteousness, and doing their best to become better individuals or better beings, better experience. Mother, I know it's not easy for us, and as you know, it's not been easy road for none of us. So I come to you to ask you for the protection and guidance to help us, because without you, there would not be no us. Mother, I want to say thank you for at least listening to the ancestral spirits of creation. Thank you for always being around as well to guide us back to the mother, to guide us back to who she is. Thank you for your guidance. Thank you for everything you have done, ancestral spirits of creation. All right. Ashe, 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 Aya Bobo, let's go. The question is, why do I repeat myself? That's, I think that's what it's, I think that's what his photo said. I'm not sure, y'all. I'm a little tired. So why do I repeat myself? Because sometimes the messages need to make sure it's clear and vivid. Because a lot of us don't know how hard-headed we can be. A lot of us don't realize that we sometimes need to hear the same thing over sometimes just to remember, or if we misplaced a thought. That's why I repeat myself, because the message need to be out there, and they need to stay out there. Then you ask, how you doing? How you doing, Jordan? I can't pronounce your last name. I don't want to mess it up. How you doing? So, in so many ways, you have to repeat yourself so the message can get out there, so people can hear the message. Because sometimes life be life, and we need that message to be repeated. So you ask, what's going on? A lot of things going on in this country. A lot of things are going unheard of, especially in Mississippi. A lot of hangings, a lot of melanated people being hung on nooses and so on. I'm gonna tell y'all, this is a ritual that they're doing. It's a ritual you call a rite. When you don't want to give up the power that you once had, and it's going right directly back to the people that was actually here before anybody that settled on over here. You don't want to give up that power, and then you looked upon at them as being evil, and they're not, because of who they are physically and what they look like. You got too much stuff going on since the guy got in the office. Now a lot of people showing their ugly faces of hate, when in actuality, all we want to do is be left alone. I come on this channel today to just let it be known that changes are amongst us. I was watching a video, and this guy said the reason why melanated people are not are leaving things out and not even participating in things, because if we were to participate in anything, they will pretty much finally release martial law. I'm gonna say this: we already in martial law. Look what happened out there in Gary, Indiana. Jesus, how you doing? But look what happened over there, out there in that Gary, Indiana, y'all. Everything that there was studies, culture-wise, they got to go through the melanated people to see how we react to it. We are considered the guinea pigs of what they're trying to do to the people. I sit here sometimes and I think about things, and one of the things that come to my mind, what would happen if we finally woke up and take everything back? Your rock and roll came from us. Your country music came from us. Your daggone classical music came from us. Your line dancing that you try to do came from us. All of the dance steps came from us, or dance moves came from us. The list goes on. Everything that was created, from the traffic light, gas mask, you name it, came from us. If we decided to wake up today or tomorrow and said, give us everything back, those people that deal with that hatred, you will have no pot to piss in. I sit back and I just look at everything over and over again. And yet I'm going to say this. They are scared that the Kundalini is rising. We're in the sun cycle. Power is being transferred from those that's been in power and those that have lost their power but still use it and don't know it, and have been using it and not know it. So the reason why I repeat myself is to help jumpstart the reawakening. That's why I do what I do as well when I repeat myself over and over. To help jumpstart that Kundalini so your Kundalini can finally ignite, because you are the three sixes: protons, neutrons, electrons, which is also the number 18. The number 18 is also equivalent to the moon, which is in the tarot, which gets its light from the sun, which is also connected to the word Israel, because you're also made out of gases. Those gases created carbon, the melanin, which makes you Israel, which makes you the Israel light, which deals with the internal light that shines within you, within that carbon. That internal light is that Kundalini energy, those chakras in your body that give you direct connection to the great mother, or the almighty creator, or the primary creator. That is why I repeat myself. That is why I'm so keen on vibrations, so keen on what you call vibrations connecting to frequencies. We got to remember what time we're in. This is the time, and these times are critical, because what is going on, a lot of these sundown towns shall see the power of the melanated people. Mississippi is about to see the power of the melanated people. The more people try to hang our people, the more problems are going to occur. I don't think y'all know the power of the etheric energy that melanated people have. And believe you me, it's very powerful. We're more dangerous etheric wise than we are physical. That is why melanin is worth more than gold, because it is also a frequency, it's an antenna to the divine. This is something they don't want to talk about. When you lack melanin, you lack the connection to the divine. I'm going to be doing a live tomorrow. That's what I did yesterday. I already put down the time and everything, and I'm getting the videos together. And I'm going to mix it with some other stuff because I'm tired. I'm tired of the buffoonery, and I'm getting tired of the effery and everything. I never seen so many people that will listen to nonsense. Where the nonsense is the reason why we're in the situations that we're in. Look, I mentioned TCC before, and I told y'all it's coming. Everybody want to know what TCC is. Don't even worry about it because once you see what the acronym really means, when everything is said and done, many people are going to want to be a part of it. And everybody cannot be a part of it. Many people are going to want to be affiliated with it because what it stands for. And I'm telling y'all, it's a movement. It's not your average acronym. It's a movement. And it's time for our people to realize who the hell we are. It's time for the people to know who we are too. I am totally outraged on all of the chaos that's going on. And if y'all don't get it, that we're being under attack. We've been prisoners of war. We're still being under attack. I listen to the Israelites talking. They're waiting for somebody to come save them in the sky. Same thing with other religions. When the power and the kingdom of heaven is within you. Look, y'all, I have really said so much on these YouTube live streams that a lot of people would use the content that's been made on this channel and they put things in their own words to call themselves waking up the people. I'm at the point where as though if you're not going to give credit where credit is due, why copy and why mimic? I done seen a lot of people with bigger platforms use the words that we use over here. Let me tell you, this sun cycle is very vicious because what y'all need to understand that when the winter time comes, those that get the winter, you ain't see nothing yet like you saw during the summer. Arctic weather is coming again during the winter. During the fall, there's going to be days that's going to feel like summer. During the winter, you're going to have some days that's going to feel like summer. But the Arctic weather's still going to be shown and let it be known that it's wintertime. In certain locations during a winter storm, these winter storms are going to turn off people's power. I cannot give you the states. My thing to those that's listening, this is not a fear-mongering tactic. I'm telling y'all what is going to happen. Those that get winter, you better stock up on plenty of water and so on. Those that get the cold Arctic weathers, y'all better start stocking up. Because these snowstorms that's coming during the winter are going to be very rigid. In the fall, those that get the fall weather, those that's in the south, further south, not Maryland only, but the further south, keep your eyes on the waters, keep your eyes on the skies. Check this out. Whenever hurricane season is, that's what's going to pop off. Wherever these places that get tornadoes at, y'all better keep your asses aware, because there's going to be some tornadoes that's going to come at night wherever you're located at. I'm telling y'all what I know. Those that's overseas, y'all ain't see shit yet. Y'all about to see a lot of sinkholes and a lot of goddamn landslides and so on, and tsunami. All that shit is about to be on and popping. Y'all understand me? Because on what's going on with the melanated people, and I know you're saying, how is that? Trust me, the melanated people are the guardians and protectors, from what Dr. Samuel B. Lee said, are the guardians and protectors of the stargates. And every time you mofos be hanging them and trying to unalive them over here, y'all don't know how detrimental it is for you. Because all these mofos in these sundown towns, and they doing all this effed up stuff to melanated people, y'all better watch the waters and watch the land. Because I'm telling you, you don't know what you have been starting. Because when you unalive these people, they become an ancestor. It is very important that we get back to our ish and start channeling the energies now. And start calling on the ancestors. So when I repeat myself, it is to help wake our people up and let them know what time it is, because this is warfare. Spiritual warfare. Y'all don't get it. I got my eyes closed and talking to y'all. People need to get what the hell is going on. Give them back their Bible. Give them back that Hebrew, so-called Hebrew talk that they claiming that was originally ours. Yeah, give them back all that. Give them back all of that. Give them back their Bible. Give them back their Catholic stuff. Give them back all of that. It's time for us to go ahead and start doing our magic now. Enough is a effing enough. All they're trying to push is a race war so they can finally make the legitimacy of what they consider martial law. Or what they consider it. You're going to see the turncoats come even more. I don't think y'all understand what's really happening. I told you about the final showdown. Can I be real with y'all? I was watching Fleur Burn live, and she pretty much said the war is against the so-called woman, the melanated woman, which is true, and the men and the children. It's against the melanated people. It's against the melanated people across all four corners of this planet. And you Israelites, oh yeah, he said he mentioned the four corners. Let me tell you something. Y'all need to stop playing with that too. And really know the breakdown of the Israelite word. Because the word Hebrew means crossover. It's time for you to cross over back to your science, because guess what? Many of you that be wearing these crystals, like the amethyst, the Israelites wore all of that. All these different stones, they wore all of that in their priesthood and priestesshood. I'm going to say priestesshood too, not just the priesthood. They wore those. The amethyst, the hematites, all of that. They wore all that in their priestesses and priest outfits. And they would have talks with the Creator, right? That's what they would do. But it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. You're dealing with channeling the energies of the daggone chakras. By you being melanated, a carbonated being, the solar energy and the divine energy lies within you. And you can actually create storms if you really wanted to. Once you master that power, you can bring natural disasters if you wanted to, if you knew how to channel that power. You'll be able to talk telepathically once you master that power. But you got to go through the rites of passage. You got to go through hearing the call. And I keep telling y'all about that call. And you got all these people trying to talk about the call, but don't even know what the call is. Let me tell you, when you go into meditation and you start activating those chakras, many of you are what they call earth angels. Many of you are earth angels and also what they call elementals. And some of you are seraphim in human bodies. Some of you are cherubim in human bodies. Y'all better follow me on this. Look up what a seraphim is and a cherubim. Look that up. SERAPHIM is seraphim. Cherubim. It's CHERUBIM, if I'm not mistaken. You are considered what they call a god in flesh and a goddess in flesh. And you have gifts beyond measure that they don't want you to know about. That's why, i.e., they having you and giving you poisons, food, drinks, and so on. So when I repeat myself, it's about trying to ignite that very power within you. So what's going on? Simple and plain, a lot of us are being attacked over here. And not just over here, y'all. Even in El Kebulon, what you call Africa, they're not talking about that many of us decide to leave here and go over there and are getting unalived and attacked and scammed and so on. Even down to some of these women that's over here, they're getting flown out in different destinations because they're following what a goddamn Nicki Minaj and them are saying. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. Y'all listen to what Nicki Minaj and them rapping about, and all these other girls rapping about getting the man that got this and trying to play men and all of that. Then y'all get flown out in different locations and then get stranded out there. But don't even know your power because you're so caught up in the material world. And you guys out here, you gentlemen out here, You out here trying to get the bag. We get that. You need to survive. But how many of y'all have a soul? Same thing with the women. How many of y'all have a soul? Do you even know what a soul is? I come on here repeating myself because it's time to wake up. All this stuff that's going on in front of us as a people, all these attacks, these brothers, these sisters, these babies. Look what they did to that baby that was what? One? Unalived. A police officer, a policy enforcer did what they did to the baby. Look what's going on in Mississippi. All these lynchings and stuff like that, all this stuff going on down there in Mississippi. And I said it in one of the lives, Mississippi finally got released from slavery damn near, 13 years ago. 2013 is when they finally got rid of slavery in Mississippi. The slavery thing was showing you that we were prisoners of war. Meaning that we always been indigenous. Y'all better get the book that I showed y'all, Let's Set the Record Straight by Dr. York. Then you got these fools out here, Freemasonry is evil and talking bad about it. But some of these mofos ain't telling you that they Masons themselves. There's a reason why you have the white and black checkerboard, or chessboard, may I say. That ancient practice is actually belonging to the melanated men and women, no, it not. And they got hijacked. Brother Sheila Ducatir said that all Freemasonry is watered down Moorish science, and many others said the same thing. And the Moorish science, really, to tell you the truth, when it comes down to the adept part of the Moorish science, you do what they call candle magic, candle work. You also deal with the parts of the occult dealing with being a priest or being called upon to be a babalawo or so on, or a priest in voodoo, a priest in polymayombe. I mean, I'm telling y'all, that's what was actually in the adept class parts of the Moorish science. That was a part of it. They took that out because it was infiltrated. It was infiltrated. All that stuff dealing with yoga and stuff, they was doing that in there too. It was infiltrated, and then a lot of that was taken out. Where you would talk about the extraterrestrials and all that, they would talk about all that in the adept parts of the Moorish Science Temple. When you start talking about auras, the auric field, you start talking about beings that's not from here. You start talking about the womb man, the woman, the Moabites, or the so-called melanated woman, and the power that she really has. And how she give birth, and how every being got to go through her womb to get here, and how they're pushing in racial, and what is it, interracial dating now, because they know the power of the so-called black womb. They know the power of the so-called melanated phallus. They know the power of it. Because melanin is worth more than gold. They know this. So you're like, well, Neg, well, you repeat yourself for this, and you say this, and all of this and all of that, but why are you coming out saying that? Because our people are so powerful and mighty, but yet they are scared to face the reality that you're at spiritual warfare, and they are making fun of your ancient practices, but practicing that shit on you every day, and they keep on trying to demonize it, so your ass won't wake up, so they can keep on doing what the hell they doing to you, and keep attacking your ass, and then calling you the N-word with the hard ER at the end. when in actuality, it meant something else. It meant Nagas. Then it also represented Negus. They don't want you to claim none of your power back because they want to have your ass in fear. So they always try to demonize your shit over and over again. And they practice your shit on you. That's why tomorrow I will show the fucking video so y'all can see how they use your science on your ass. And then y'all looking like, well, you said it was demonic and everything. No, it's not. We always gave thanks to our ancestors. And you know what happened when we did that? We always were protected. We always paid homage to our ancestors and they protected our asses. We did not go to no daggone Jesus or none of that. We would go back to our ancestors and our ancestral spirits and talk to them and ask for help and guidance. We will also talk to the Almighty Creator herself who created all of that. Because they are attributes of her, both the masculine part and the feminine part. And we keep on listening to the buffoonery of these people that created these religions off the daggone of our practices. And what they did, they turned on these daggone religions to different schools of thought and have you trapped in there so they can drain your energy. They can drain you from your loose. They can drain you from the etheric power that you have and then suppress it and oppress it for their own use. That's why I repeat myself. To get you to see for your goddamn self. This is not the Save the World campaign. It's about calling on the children that heard the damn call. Let them know what fucking time it is and stop playing games with these fools. That's why I said some of you are cherubim and seraphim coming here in this daggone plane. And if you don't know, go into your daggone religion, the religious doctrines, and look at the archangel names. Each name that had L or L, it had some sort of meaning dealing with God, which is the attribute of the divine. When it comes down to the Orisha and so on, they are attributes of the divine. They took everything from us and whitewashed it, then tried to recycle it back to us and have us thinking that what we were doing was negative. Having an ancestral altar, oh, that's demonic. That's funny, but don't the Catholics also give thanks to their saints? And use the skull of the saint and put it inside of the daggone statue? Isn't that a form of necromancy? Think about it. And you, the ones that try to criticize me and try to say that what I say is evil, but the daggone Vatican used a skull and put it inside of a statue, a form of necromancy to pay homage to a saint. Where they do that at? That came from us. That came from us. When you look at these, also go back to the angels again. When you look at those angels like Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, you have what else? Who else? Uriel. I can tell you right now, the name Uriel is synonymous to Setmek. Better look it up. Uriel means fire of God. Setmek means fire of Ra. Look at it. Look it up. Look how they took your stuff and put it into Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. Look how they put all that in there. They took that name Setmek, turned her into Uriel, which is fire of El, and Setmek means fire of Ra. But here's the thing they're not telling you, that Ra or El is equivalent to what you call Ra. That's also in the book called The Great Black Mama of Creation by Dr. Suzar. See, I'll give you references so you can do your own research and stop listening to these goddamn evangelists and all that other stuff, because you know why? They go to school for that, and they also study the ways of Kemet. But it's their job to keep things secret from you because they are under Rome. That's why a lot of them are owning 501c3s. They own 501c3s because they don't want you to wake up, and they want to keep you asleep because they know for a fact that some of you are what they call chosen. Notice I didn't say all of you. And the reason why I say that, because a lot of people on these YouTube streets will keep on saying that they chosen ones. When you're like LeBron James, you are a frozen one. Said by Skip Bayless years ago. Because I used to watch sports. Heavy. I'm going to tell you, you got the people that jump from team to team on these YouTube spiritual streets. They'll jump on team to team, trying to get a championship ring, because they want to go ahead and belong and think they're winning with somebody. So they got to go ahead and connect with other people instead of putting 10 toes down and start talking and showing more than they are talking, like practicing more than what they're preaching. Instead, they rather talk about it, not be about it. The only reason why I have not did what I did when it came down to doing a realignment, because for one, it's too many energies. For two, I don't want to give somebody that don't belong with that energy, have that kind of energy, and use it for negativity. I started on it, and I started seeing the signs on why it was messing up. That's why I stopped. I'm going to tell y'all, people are going to start using these words, the small words that we use on here, from the inner stand and all that. They're going to start using that. The outer stand, they're going to start using that. But anyway, we got to get back to back to basics, y'all. We got to get back to giving back to our ancestors. We got to go back into it. It's time. I'm going to tell y'all some real stuff before I get off of here. I was literally told that once we start paying homage to our ancestors, us as a people, we ain't going to have no problems with other people, because they're going to start fearing what we're going to go back into. They're going to start being fearful because we're going to start going back into something that's actually sacred. They're scared of the mighty people to wake up, because many of you are titans that are asleep. But on that note, y'all, I gotta go ahead and get ready. I'll talk to y'all later. Love, peace, and light in darkness, which is the yin and yang, which is the divine feminine, masculine, to bring forth supreme balance. It is me, Nigga Dazo. Love all of you. Y'all take care. And may the great mother protect you and yours. I love you, my people. Y'all know who y'all are. My melanated brothers and sisters that's striving for righteousness the best way possible. Love all of y'all. Peace.